Hey y'all, my name is Liz Wright, and I am the instructor for the fully online class that you are signed up for at Northwest Vista College for the spring of 2024. I am teaching three separate online classes this semester, but this information is useful for all of those classes. So if you're in my personality psychology class, if you're in my social psychology class, or if you're in my child psychology class, I want to welcome you and let you know that I am excited for this semester and I hope that you are as well. For those of you that I haven't met before, as I said, my name is Liz Wright. I have been teaching at Northwest Vista since 2008 and currently only teach fully online asynchronous classes, meaning just your typical online class, no, remote involved, anything like that. And I have been teaching social and personality, solely those two classes, for about 7 years now. And this semester I am adding back child psychology because Dr. Phillips, who has been teaching child psychology since she got here in 2016, is now going to be teaching biopsych. So I get to take back my child psychology class from her. Um, so a little bit about me. I am 40 something years old. I'm not going to do the math right now. I've lived in San Antonio since 2008. Before that, I was living in Victoria, Texas. And before that, I lived up north in Massachusetts and Rhode Island. I have a Bachelor of Science in Psychology from Bridgewater State University in Massachusetts. I have a Master of Arts in Psychology with a focus in clinical psychology, also from Bridgewater State University in Massachusetts. And then I have a PhD in general psychology with a focus in social and personality from Capella University. My research that I'm interested in doing focuses on identity and identity development. So, how do people think of themselves? So, when we answer what we call the 20 statements test, which is basically where you answer the question, I am, in 20 different ways. And it could be, I am a mom, I am autistic, I am a waitress, I am a mother. Those are all pieces of your identity. And your identity throughout the lifespan is going to change. And we may have different parts to our identity than another person in the class may, maybe because of race, maybe because of religious values, things like that. So that's what the research that I focus on is interested in. And I'm also interested in looking at person perception, so how we perceive other people in terms of how we um, kind of analyze what other people are doing and what we think are their motives behind doing the things that they're doing. Um, if you are interested in learning more about psychology outside of the classroom, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, where I do videos talking about lots of new research in psychology. And I try to keep it not just focused on social and personality and child psych, but focusing on lots of different topics within psychology. So that's me. I'm really looking forward to getting to know everyone this semester. During the first week of class, I do have a getting to know you questionnaire that will be extra credit. So I'm looking forward to reading your questionnaires, to learn about you and to learn about how I can assist you on this journey of learning in the class that you're taking. So let me talk a little bit about philosophy of teaching, because I think that relates here. So as a faculty member, I really thought to myself, and have been thinking to myself since I started teaching, what do I want students to get out of my classes? And what I want students to get out of my classes is the base knowledge that we have in psychology, but also an understanding of the scientific method, which is or should be involved in all of your psychology classes. And I think it's probably one of the most important things that we can take out of our or come away from our associates and bachelor's degrees with is a good understanding of the scientific method. One, so that if we choose to go into research, then we're prepped and ready to do that. But two, we're all going to be consumers of research throughout the rest of our lives. You see statistics on TV, or you see statistics on, your TikTok videos and things like that. And we really have to stop and be critical, not mean critical, but to critically analyze, like, how'd you get that data? Where'd that come from? What was the sample size? Who were the participants? And so a bachelor's degree in psychology is going to teach you a lot of those things and teach you about how to analyze a lot of those things so you can look for good science, so you can look for good psychology research. Um, Another thing that I think about in terms of my teaching is my role. I'm not here to, just read your work and to punish you for doing incorrect stuff. That's not my job. Well, it's part of my job. But um, what I really want students to do throughout the semester or semesters with me is to learn how to do better, to learn how to become a professional in the field of psychology. For many of you, that is your goal, right? You want to become a professional in the field. And so there's no better time to start learning about how a professional behaves, how a professional writes, how a professional uses vocabulary from the professional psychology literature, how a professional reads, things like that. And so I'm going to give you opportunities to learn about the things that you will be expected to do as a professional in the field. And then I'm going to give you feedback about how you did. And I'm always going to give you strategies to up your game. Because even if you come into this class with absolutely perfect, wonderful American Psychological Association or APA style in-text references and reference list and writing, everything's wonderful. There's always something that we can do better. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. And to that extent, I will ask you throughout the semester to give me feedback about the class. What do you like? What do you dislike? What would you like to see changed? Things like that. And then based upon that feedback, I will make changes to the classes. Or, if the feedback says like, oh, the class is great, I really enjoy it, then, maybe I won't make changes based upon the feedback because it just says don't change me, right? So I'm going to give you what we call constructive criticism. And I'm not criticizing you. I'm not criticizing you personally. What I'm trying to do, like I said, is to help you up your game. So as a teacher, I think of myself more as a tour guide through professional psychology. So I'm going to show you, and like over here, we're learning about, child development between the ages of 0 and 1. Over here, we're talking about social comparison theory and how comparing ourselves to other people makes us feel. And so I will be giving you feedback about your writing. I will be giving you feedback about your APA style. I will be giving you feedback about the accurateness of the information that you're writing about. I do have some students that say, well, this isn't a writing class, so why are you commenting on my writing? Um, every class is a writing class. The world is a writing class. You are going as a professional in some future field to have to write. You're going to have to communicate. And so I want to help you become a better communicator, whether it be via writing or via speaking. But in most of my classes, it's going to be via writing because we are in an online class. There will be a couple of opportunities for you to do videos as opposed to written work. And if you want to or you feel comfortable with that, then have at it. But for the most part, we are going to be using written work in our classes. So I expect to see professional writing. And by professional writing, I don't mean that you should be using the thesaurus to make your writing look like, someone higher than your pay grade wrote it. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is that we should be capitalizing I, we should be using spell check, we should not be using text to speak. We are writing as professionals in our field. All right. So our class, as I said, is going to start This semester, most classes, the 16-week classes are starting on the 16th of January. And the 14-week classes are starting on January 29th, I believe. If you look at our weekly schedule, you will be able to see when exactly everything is due. I try not to deviate from that unless we're having challenges with the schedule. So I kind of set it up, and that's the due dates for the class so that students know when things are coming up. I do offer um, extensions if you need an extension. So be sure to read the syllabus about how to get an extension on an assignment, things like that. And the syllabus is available to you within the course. My courses will be open the Friday before classes start, so you can poke around, look at the class, see what the assignments are, things like that. And if you have questions about the class, then you can feel free to send me a message via Canvas inbox. Or if it's before the class starts and you can't send a message on Canvas inbox, then you can send me a message about the class via the alamo.edu email. So mine is Wright, WRIGHT 7070 at alamo.edu. And you can send me a message there, and we can get all of your questions about the class answered. I am looking forward to this semester with you. I hope you are looking forward to learning about whatever topic your class is covering. And I will see you online. Thanks.